So in this particular situation, we're looking at the Oakland Coliseum, used to be the home of the Raiders, and we're seeing that it could seat 63,026 fans. And then each game, the amount of money that they would raise is written as a function of the number of people in attendance. So in this situation, the revenue is the function of the number of people in the attendance. So whatever the function is, the revenue is going to be the output, and the number of people is going to be the input. So the domain for this particular situation is the number of people in attendance to any of the games, and then the revenue in amount of money or dollars is going to be the range or the output of this function. So we want to think of like what are some reasonable numbers that would be in the domain of this function. So the Colosseum can only hold 63,026 fans. And so it can't seat no more than that people. So it would mean that in terms of a reasonable domain, since people have to be whole numbers, you could not have all values of x from 0 to 63,026 because you couldn't have half of people or a fraction of a person, and so you could only use whole numbers. So the domain for this particular situation, because there's a restriction on the domain itself, because it has to be people, would have to be only whole numbers from 1 to 63,026. So that would have to be how we would answer this question in terms of like what's reasonable for the domain of this.